The levels of betrayal that we learned today that Nolan Wells went through at the hands of his white friends towards the end of his life is horrifying, bro. It's sickening. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Nolan's family did a press conference earlier today with Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton, and other activists present. Where
Damn, Al Sharpton's still, I'm not even trying to be funny. Al Sharpton's still alive? Damn. I'm not even trying to be funny, gang. Damn.
Now, during this press conference, we learned a couple new details that we didn't know. First off, I was completely off and wrong about the phone situation. Turns out I was giving the friends too much benefit of the doubt. I thought at the very least, man, if y'all were responsible for killing the little homie, y'all would at least give up his phone voluntarily in his property.
Now they have to force it, right?
Even if you killed the boy, bruh, you would give his family back his property voluntarily.
They had to go get it.
Come to find out, bruh, it was a fight for the family to get back his property.
Yeah, I heard that though. I heard that. I heard that that the family had to like bring the police. They had to do some crazy shit to get the phone back.
So first off, I was under the notion they called the family up and said, hey, we got his phone, here it is. No. They apparently had to track Nolan's phone.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that though.
They had to use Life 360 to track his phone. And when they track his phone, it wasn't until they popped up to get the phone is when the friends have no other option but to hand it over.
We are grateful, especially to our friend Tashima, who actually was one of the people who helped us that night. She went and picked up his cell phone from where it was and then provided that to us because we of course contacted authorities to figure out who to do the report with, whether it was the county or the city, which then turned into DMR, who were contacted immediately from there. And, but so our friend actually, when I called her, Nolan is best friends with her two sons, Jalen and Javon.
Okay.
When I called her, I said, Tashima, have you seen Nolan? He's missing. No one has seen him. No one has talked to him. The boys were actually with her sons. So they opened up their Snapchat because a lot of the kids do have their locations where they're tracking one another.
Right.
So one of the boys says, well, it's showing that I can't exactly remember what his location was showing, but my Life 360 location was showing something completely different. It was actually showing that his phone was like he was on land. And so we ended up, she received the phone from that parent.
Before we even get to the deleted messages, the Snapchats, the photos, the videos that was deleted from out of Nolan's phone, let's just address this. If the phone was still on when it got to the home, which is how they were even still able to track it to the friend's house, was because the phone was at least on when it got to the friend's house, then riddle me this. If the phone is on and your homie go missing, his family is calling him, his friends is calling him, I would imagine that if you guys cared about him, if you guys thought he was really missing, y'all would be calling him too to figure out where he's at.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
If that's your homie and you guys left, hey bro, you got home safely?
Exactly.
Wouldn't that be the first thing you do if you left your friend behind on an island?
Exactly.
And an hour, 2 hours go by as you guys is packing up to get home, you guys is unloading the boat, everything. Y'all not calling, hey bruh, is you good? And when you picked up that phone to call his number, wouldn't it be ringing? You would clearly hear that phone ringing if the phone was in your possession as you're calling the phone.
Right.
And once you realize the phone is ringing back to back and you see his family is calling.
The first thing that's exactly what I said. The first thing I'm gonna do, if I left my friend and I find that I got my friend's phone and I don't know what my friend is at, and I get my friend's phone and I see his mama, his grandmama, his uncle, the police, the sheriff, the secret service, everybody that called this man, the first thing I'm doing is I'm answering. Hello? Yeah, I got Nolan's phone. What the hell going on? Y'all can't find him? No, I was just with him an hour ago. Hold on. Hey, come to my house. The phone over here. Come to my house. Come to my house. These white boys obviously know what happened to that boy Nolan, gang. They know. All the signs point towards they know what happened, shorty, and they hiding something. They covering something up. Maybe if I give him a little bit of grace and a little bit of the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe he died and maybe it was an accident. But what wasn't an accident was y'all having his phone, deleting shit out of his phone, and not helping look for him after y'all found out that he was missing. Not if it was an accident, tell us it was an accident. Tell us what happened. You should. His mom and his dad don't deserve to have to go all around the fucking world and do this and do that and call Al Sharpton and this nigga and that, go on the news and they shouldn't have to do that to find out what happened to their son, bro. Whether it was an accident or not. So obviously, to me, it wasn't no accident, because if it was an accident, y'all would have been came and said what happened. Y'all would have been told us what happened. I think y'all killed that boy. Y'all know exactly what happened, because why do y'all already told on y'allself, dumbass. You went home with his phone. Now, the question I have is, I know for a fact, if I was with my friend and my friend, God forbid, my friend ended up dead and I had his phone and I didn't want to give his phone up to his mom, I promise you they'll have my black ass in that motherfucking interrogation room. They would for sure have my black ass in there. Yeah, you're going to be under arrest. You are an official suspect.
So the father gets to the crib. Jack starts telling the father, Nolan was like a brother to me. The father said, that's cool. Where is Nolan Keys at?
Right.
We're trying to figure out what's going on with Nolan.
Right.
Jack starts stumbling, starts stalling, starts delaying, starts lying, making up excuses. This entire Keys situation really makes your eyebrow raise.
And then we met up where his car was, which was at a separate
What
location.
The fuck?
There were issues obtaining the key. But even so, there's just a lot of
Question.
Tell them about what happened with the keys.
So I'm gonna let my husband tell you about that, because he actually went up to the door to get the key, because at that point I was just not in my right mind.
Yeah.
This has just been an awful situation.
I can only fucking imagine, dang.
Elmore Watson, father.
Okay, so the situation with the keys. When we got to the house, a few of his friends, they were already there.
Look at mom trying to get through this
at
shit.
the door,
It's
in the
crazy.
house,
It's fucked up.
asking questions. So when I walked up, they were getting, things were getting kind of intense. So I turned to them and told them, I need you guys to calm down. I don't do this to me right now. I need them to kind of trust me so they can give me something. So I was able to calm them down. So the guy, he's in one of the pictures. He came out of the room, half asleep or whatever, I think Jack's or whatever. And I said, look, I'm Nolan's father. I'm here to get his keys so I can get his car. I said, he's like, his car's parked in the yard. So he was like, I don't know, man. I know it's like my brother. I said, well, if Nolan was like your brother, would you please go in your room and see if we can find my son's keys so I can take his car home?
Right.
He walks off, 2 or 3 minutes, come back. I can't find the keys. And I said, okay, so at that point, I get the boys and I get to move them out the house, because I didn't want them to go into the house and start tearing up these people's houses, because they'd never be a whole in the situation.
Right.
So we walk outside by the car. One of the guys that was in the house with us, he was on the phone with a girl, and the girl told him that Nolan's keys were on top of this Jack's guy's Xbox in the house, because apparently she was there with him earlier. So he goes back up to the door by himself, and 5 minutes later, the keys come out. So now I feel like you lied to me. So now,
Hell yeah, I feel like that.
Really, in distress with
Now I'm ready to
The
crash
father
out.
would have been wrong if he would have went in his jaws, right?
Exactly. I was just about to say that. It would have been a see, and let me just pause, because listen, I'm a nigga who likes peace. I like peace. I like everything to be peaceful, nice, peaceful. You feel me? No crashing out, no screaming, no violence. God forbid, Lord, God forbid, I pray every day. I don't have to go through this shit, nigga. Cause I promise you, I'll be telling God, before you take my kids, take me. Shit, please, let my kid, please. But putting myself inside of that father's shoes, he gets a lot of fucking credit because I don't understand how you kept it together. If I pull up to this house and I ask for my son, his dad, he pulled up to this house and asked for his dead son's keys. You acted like you couldn't find it. Then you get on the phone with some girl and she know exactly where they at. I give the dad credit because I don't understand how he didn't go get a pistol or a large firearm and pull up to the house like, listen, nigga, you playing with me. You playing with me. You playing with me. You playing with me. Now, if I shoot you in your shit or if I punch your jaw out, I'll be the bad guy, right? Then the police gonna come arrest me and all this. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got time for all this playing and shit, bro. This man's son is dead. This man's son is gone, gang. To me, that sounds like one of the worst fucking experiences any human could go through is having to bury their child. That's not how life is set up to go. Okay? The child is supposed to bury the parents. When they get old and pass away, the child is supposed to keep fucking living, have his own kids, and his kids supposed to bury him. You ain't supposed to be out here burying your kids, bro. That's not how life is set up to work. So to me, that's one of probably the worst experiences a human can go through, is having to bury their fucking child. And I pull up to the house and try to find out what's going on with his child, and you playing with him? Respect to the dad for not crashing the fuck out. Because if I tear this crib up, and blow shit down, then I'll be the bad guy, right?
Y'all would have.
Even the fact, what you mean he was like a brother to you? I ain't even peeped that. So at this point, they trying to find out if he's alive, where he at, what's going on with him. How you come out the house crying, talking about something? He was like a brother to you. What you mean was? He ain't been confirmed to be dead yet. How that work? That's just like the three white boys that he was on the boat with. I don't know if y'all know. So the day after they all this happened on the 4th of July. On the 5th of July, Nolan was reported missing. The three white boys, I forgot their name. These three white boys he went to the island on the boat with. They get seen outside that next day while everybody in the whole town looking for Nolan, his quote unquote best friends, the three white boys he went to the island with on the boat. They out to eat early that morning. Somebody walk up and say, why y'all not helping look for Nolan? Their response was, y'all already think we did it. Did what? Did what, Mr. Sir? So this is the second time somebody didn't assume that something happened to him when nobody said nothing happened to him yet. That's not weird? So first, the white boys, they want to get a mama the phone, and you don't want to give him his keys.
We say, yo,
why would you even say that? Because if that's my friend, hey Pops, what's up? I'm sorry this shit happened. Come help. I know his keys is probably here. Shit, come in here with me and try to find them. I'm not gonna go in there for 2-3 minutes and then come here and act like I can't find them. No, nigga, I'm gonna look. You come help me look. If y'all gotta tear my room up, tear my room up. Find these keys. If this supposed to be my brother, right?
only for a girl to say, nah, he's lying. The keys is on top of that Xbox. Yo, if that girl had a vivid memory, understand this, okay? Now, the girl didn't say, yo, the keys is, no, she said the keys is on top of his Xbox.
He said the exact spot.
The Xbox is something that you clearly play every day.
Exactly.
So if that girl had the foresight to say, yo, the keys is on his Xbox, you went back to look for the quote unquote keys. You spent 3 minutes looking for the keys to come and say, hey, I can't find it. You ain't look on top of your Xbox? You ain't look in your room? So where did you look for these keys at?
His ass went in the closet, opened up his jacket, said it ain't there, and came. It don't even sound like you tried.
If it took you 3 minutes to go ahead and look for these keys, where did you look for the keys at?
He didn't even try.
Didn't find it on top of your Xbox. Something that you use and play every day.
Exactly.
Clearly, you had no intentions on helping his family.
Right.
Now, apparently, when the mama got the phone back, they went through the Snap. Now, the Snapchat is where Nolan was communicating with these dudes at. Understand, when Nolan went missing, all the friends went to Snapchat to try to find him. They all was calling his Snapchat. They all was like trying to trace the Snapchat via the Snapchat map, right? So the Snapchat is where he communicated with these people the most.
Right.
It's where if anything would have happened and he communicated with it, it would have been on Snapchat.
Right.
The parents get the phone and go through the Snapchat, the entire Snapchat damn near erased, man. Like, they can't find no recent messages. They can't find no recent pictures. Nothing. That's odd. That's strange. Like, what do you mean? Like the Snapchat is wiped clean? Who wiped it clean? Nolan was dead, right?
Right.
So when we made it home,
This
my
is purely.
sister and I.
This is to me. This is completely my opinion, bro. This is obvious a fucking murder. This is a murder, bro. Just cold-blooded, straight up murder, bro. Cold-blooded, straight up, calculated murder, gang, and a cover-up. It's very, to me, personal opinion. Don't want to get sued here. To me, this is a very obvious to me that this is a murder. Cause what the fuck are you deleting if you didn't murder somebody? That don't even go together. These things just don't go together, bro. They don't go together.
Actually went through Nolan's cell phone, particularly Snapchat, because that is so popular with the children. And when we opened it up, there was nothing. There were no saved pictures. There were no snaps from that day. And we did open it before the 24-hour expiration.
Right.
So we found that very concerning, only because anyone who's ever been around Nolan will tell you at social gatherings, he's taking videos, he's taking pictures, he's even come up to me when I'm getting ready to go to bed, hey mom, come on, take a picture of me. You know, like that
Picture
was Nolan.
person. Yeah.
So that's why we feel that things may have been deleted, was because of the fact that there was nothing in either one of his accounts.
Well, Benjamin Crump did say they found or they got an enhanced version of the video we saw where Nolan is getting into the altercation. Now, we could hear Nolan screaming and there was a back and forth, but it was hard to make out exactly what they said. They now have an enhanced version. And according to them, the fight that was happening between Nolan and somebody else, Nolan was actually screaming for them to give him back his phone. Nolan was like, give me my damn phone, man. Give me my damn phone. That was the argument back and forth. Now, I'm here to say, what was in that phone that was so precious that they was keeping it from Nolan even when he was screaming at the top of his lungs for them to give him back his phone?
It's important. And then the fact, Reverend Al, that they have this video of an argument that is going on, and you know, thank God all young people, they
Somebody recorded it.
have cell phones, and anytime you hear people raising their voice, they start the video.
Hell yeah.
So you hear on the video Nolan saying, give me my freaking phone. What are you freaking doing? And that becomes even more relevant
to the
when
deleting.
you think about the story that they are presenting, that Nolan chose to stay behind. That's what they're saying.
Exactly.
If Nolan is screaming for them to give him back his phone and they still kept it and then went home with the phone, what was in that phone
was in the
that
phone?
they couldn't let Nolan get the phone back?
I told y'all my theory. I could be wrong, nigga. I could be wrong. The first thing that popped up in my mind is just my thoughts. I'm not saying this is right. I'm not saying this is true. The first thing I heard when I first heard the story get broke down, I said it sounded like to me they was mad about that girl. It sounded like to me that the black boy was coming around pimping out, not pimping, but the black boy was coming around getting all the white girls. The white boys ain't like that. You feel me? Because all of this happened right after he was talking to the white girl. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. You know, maybe the white girl was Sharpay Evans. Maybe she was the pretty girl on campus, the girl that all the boys wanted, and the black dude Nolan was getting her. He, you know what I'm saying? He out there pimping, and the white boys got mad and was hating. Cause what the fuck else was in the phone that y'all ain't want to give him his phone back? Why he can't get his phone? Because the last thing I heard about what happened with Nolan was he was talking to this girl. He was talking to the girl. Everything was cool. Then something happened in between there. That's kind of blurry because everybody got their own side of the story. He was talking to the girl. Y'all left. Y'all say he stayed with the girl. The girl said he left and went with y'all. And all this happened at around the time where y'all wasn't trying to give him his phone back.
What was in that? What did Nolan have in that phone about them that they didn't want out? Because if he's screaming, "Give me back my phone back, man! What you doing? What the freak? Give me back my phone back!" and they still kept his phone, something was in that phone,
right,
that they were willing to kill over, man.
What it sound like to me?
Something was in that phone that they were willing to kill and do life in prison over before it gets out. And then the mom gets the phone back and things are deleted from the phone.
Right.